Welcome back from the break. And if you've just tuned in, the program is Good Morning Abuja, showing only on the Unity Station NTA Channel 5. And on to our very first conversation on the program this morning, we want to talk about shelter, having a home, having a roof over your head. Very important. And with me this morning, I have a real estate developer to talk to us about contributions of real estate industry to economic development. Help us welcome Grace Gavson, a real estate developer.
Thank you.
You're welcome to the
It's
program.
a pleasure
You look
being with you.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, on a lighter, how did you get yourself into talking about hectares, real estate? How did you get there?
Yes, I remember from way back when I was a child, my
Okay.
dad loves farming. So even though then he was an Air Force personnel, weekends he always takes me to the farm. And when I get to the farm with him, then he used to cultivate rice, and I would say, Dad,
Wow.
how do you measure
Okay.
the size of this your rice farm? I was so engrossed and interested in knowing the measurements of lands and all of that. So that passion made me study law because I wanted to do more and know more about land law. And even while in the university, I was one of the best students in our land law class down to Nigerian Law School. And so when I got out of the university, I played around private practice for a few years. I just knew that I needed to get into real estate. And so I got myself a job with a reputable real estate company. I learned the act of real estate for 4 years, the act of buying good lands, and then I delved into real estate.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Though you don't look like someone that ever stepped to a farm before. Okay, for a beginner, if you say real estate, how should they start?
Yes. In a layman's word, real estate is any property that has to do with land, properties on the land, buildings. To take it further, real estate has to do with anything affixed on the land. We have natural resources, gold, minerals. There are also real estate, also crops, agriculture, anything on the land. So real estate is land, properties on the land, and anything affixed on the land
Okay.
is real estate.
Okay, if you talk about real estate, the first point of thought will be building on the land. So when you talk
Yeah.
about minerals, anything on
Yes.
the land, very interesting. Now,
Yes.
we are talking about the contributions of what you're talking this morning to the development of our nation. How does it impact our economy?
Hmm. Basically, globally, it has been affirmed, and this can also be globally verifiable that real estate plays a major role in the economy of any country.
Okay.
Particularly here for us in Nigeria, which is our focal point, real estate plays a role in the development and growth of our economy. Firstly, job creation.
Yes.
Job creation. If you are conversant and are abreast with the size and the number of real estate developers all over the country, you will be amazed at how many percent of job creation that the real estate sector has taken off the labor market. The real estate sector provides a sound opportunity for job creation. We have architects, we have engineers, we have masons, we have laborers on site, estate managers, sales team that make sure that the real estate business thrives. And so real estate, firstly, impacts the economy by providing employment opportunities. Secondly, another impact of real estate to our economy here in Nigeria is a hedge over inflation.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
we are aware that inflation has thrown the world's economy into something else. But real estate is thriving, even in spite of inflation. Why? Because real estate mostly consists of long term investments. And for those of us that still pay house rent and are still hoping to own our own houses, you will know and understand that the rent you paid last year is not the same rent you are paying this year.
Yeah.
And these houses were not built today. These houses were not built today that inflation is now thriving. These houses were built from way back. These investors invested and now they are thriving. They are making a hell lot of profits. So real estate thrives even in times of inflation. Thirdly, infrastructural development and urbanization is one major
Sure.
impact
Yes.
of the real estate sector to every sound economy. For us here in Nigeria and also in Africa, real estate has brought about massive infrastructural development. And when we talk about infrastructural development, what are we talking about? Access roads, road creation, building and construction of drainages. We are talking about provision of schools, social amenities. We're talking about markets for our women to go and do their businesses. So when this happens, when infrastructural development happens, you will see that urbanization thrives. We have massive migration of people from the rural areas to the urban areas because of the provision of these infrastructure facilities. So one major impact is the development of infrastructure and urbanization. Fourthly is the creation of wealth. For we always say that when you buy land, you are impacting your generation. It's not for today, it's
Okay.
for future.
For creation of wealth.
Creation of wealth.
You're going to throw more light on this one. Let's go on the break. When we come back, you'll
Thank
talk
you.
to us more on that. Yes, we have been talking about the contributions of real estate to the development of our economy. Now, let's go on this quick break. When we come back, we have more for you. Stay with us, please. Welcome back. And if you've just tuned in, this is Good Morning Abuja, and it is showing only on the Unity Station NTA Channel 5. Before we went on the break, we were talking about the importance and the contributions of real estate to the growth of our economy. And my guest, you've been talking about job creation, infrastructure. I want you to talk to us more on that because you mentioned about wealth creation.
Wealth creation.
Open our eyes to see more.
When we talk about wealth creation, we are talking about building generational wealth.
Okay.
I had an interview with somebody last 2 weeks, and she was telling me how her father built, and the man is no more, built set of duplexes way back 40 years ago.
Wow.
40 years till today. They are still collecting rent. Rental properties is one way of creating wealth.
Yes.
So real estate has enriched a lot of people in Nigeria and across the globe. Show me any wealthy billionaire today in our environment, in our community, in our society, and I will show you somebody, I'll tell you somebody who tapped into real estate and wealth creation began. So wealth creation is one major impact that real estate creates in our environment. It makes people, you'll see somebody from nowhere started investing in landed properties, and boom, within a certain period of years, that person is wealthy. So the fourth impact of real estate to our economy is wealth creation. Fifthly, is revenue generation.
Okay.
Yes, real estate. Real estate contributes immensely to the generation of revenue for our local governments, state governments, and the federal government at large. Why do I say so? Every day we have transactions that emanate from real estate transactions, buying of building materials, exchange in labor, agencies are being paid, bank transaction happens every day. And so rental properties also pay taxes to government. By this, government generates revenue and uses this revenue generated to provide and construct infrastructure for the community.
You know what? When you were giving us the point to impact you are creating, I've been tempted to like coming to join you over
Please, you
there.
have to.
That's
You
a
are
very
warmly
good one.
welcome.
Job
Yes.
creation, wealth
Yes,
creation. Now
wealth
let's look at
creation.
how effective is real estate investment during inflation. You were talking about that, but now that we are passing through
Inflation.
inflation right now, so
Yes.
relate it with
Yes.
that.
Real estate investment, the real estate sector is one major sector that is thriving now, as I said earlier, in spite of inflation. In spite of inflation, keeping monies in the bank today depreciates the value of your money. But just imagine you buy a plot of land for 1 million naira today, that inflation is thriving. In the next 3 years, that land is 20 million. In the next 4 years, that land is 15 million. And that is why you see that in spite of the current level of inflation and state of inflation in the country and globally, people are pulling out their monies and using these monies to invest in real estate. Why? Because it's long term. So it's like carrying your money, buying something, putting it into something. As you sleep, your investment is growing every day. Just imagine 1,000 naira adding to that your 1 million every day as you sleep. So real estate is thriving. And some people ask me, Grace, how are you? Is real estate thriving in this economy? I'm scared. And I say the best investment for you to do in this time that inflation is all over, we are going to get out of this. Certainly, we are going to get out of this. But for people that have invested in real estate, when we get out of this, their investments would have multiplied.
Wow.
So real estate provides a multiplier effect in the economy.
Okay. Wow, very interesting. I'm being carried away with your explanation. Now let's bring it down with the contributions of real estate to the development of our nation.
Yes.
Now let's talk about how can a common man, yes, have a roof over their head. Is it possible?
Yes, it is so possible. In fact, the mission and the vision of anybody that is engaged or involved in the real estate sector is to provide affordable homes, affordable accommodation for the common man. So I used to say that if your vision is not geared towards the common man, then you are selfish. So as somebody that earns probably from hand to mouth, or your income is limited, you can still own your home. You can still own your home by getting an investment plan with any real estate institution, real estate company that has convenient and comfortable payment plans. There are people that were able to own their lands and own their homes for over a period of 10 years. We have mortgage plans, we have mortgage facilities, we have rent to own. As a common man, you can afford to buy a land for as low as 500,000, for as low as 1 million naira, and you don't have to break the bank to do this. You can pay as you earn. You can pay gradually. What is important is to find a plan that fits you and then run with the plan. Within a few years, you have a roof over your head.
Very interesting. Okay. As it may sound,
Yes.
very interesting. You invest. It gives you a quick turnover.
A quick turnover, yes.
But you have a challenge. What are some of the challenges of real estate developers?
Yes. We always used to say that to every good general rule, there are always exceptions.
Sure.
So, and everything that has advantages must have disadvantages. There are challenges that we face in the real estate sector. The first challenge is the hike, the inflation. Even though inflation favors us and we make money in inflation, real estate thrives in time of inflation. The uncertainty with regards to how much these things will be, building materials will be in the market tomorrow is a challenge, the hike. And because of this, it makes property, it makes transactions in real estate to go high. And then you hear people complaining it's too expensive. It's because we buy this very, very expensive. For example, in just imagine we used to buy hectares of land depending on the location for probably not less than 20 million to 30 million. But today, hectares of land is
Double that
running
amount.
into
Yeah.
hundred of millions.
Yes.
So when you buy at that price, you have to sell expensive. You have to sell expensive. Secondly, we have land racketeers.
Yes.
Land
I
racketeers.
agree with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Land racketeers in the real estate world, in fact, the presence of land racketeers in the real estate environment community today almost doubles the presence of real real estate developers. So commutants, Nigerians, people in the society are falling prey mostly to the hands of this land racketeer. So it's very, very painful. It's a challenge, but we are so happy that the government is helping to rid off the presence of these land racketeers that makes the business of real estate very difficult for developers and also for the commutants. Another challenge that we used to face was approvals, government approvals, but we're having an amazing
Amazing time
experience,
right now.
an amazing time with our minister
Okay.
in the FCT. He's an amazing leader. He's an amazing leader. I know I'm not paid to do this, but when something is good, something is good.
Okay.
So he's doing so well for the real estate sector, and we are finding it very, very easy. We are getting fast and quick approvals to everything we need, building approvals and all of those. So I want to give a thumbs up to the FCT minister.
We want together, want to give a thumbs up.
A thumbs
Okay,
up to the
finally your
FCT
final
minister.
word because I've been giving time.
Yes, my
All right?
final word to Nigeria and everybody watching all over the globe is that real estate is the best investment for you to do. Real estate is thriving. Come and buy real estate and get a roof over your head. Come and buy real estate and provide a safe shelter for your children, for your family. Also, come and buy real estate and build wealth. Build
Wow.
wealth for yourself.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for your time with us this
Thank you so
morning
much.
and this wonderful information you brought
Thank you so
our
much.
way. Did you hear that? Real estate is thriving. You can have a roof over your head. It is very easy. It is with determination. And you will thrive, you will get it. It is very easy. And want to thank our guest this morning,
Thank you.
Grace Gapson, a real estate developer,
Thank
for
you so
coming on
much.
our
Thank
show
you so much.
and
It's a
giving us
pleasure.
this wonderful
Thank you.
information. We
Thank you, ma'am.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now let's go on this quick break. When we come back, we have more for you. The program is still Good Morning Abuja. Stay with us, please.